Well, in just 1 hour on Capitol Hill, House Democrats are holding a hearing on what they're calling Trump's unaffordable America.
But this comes as the administration takes new action to lower costs, including a major push to make cars more affordable.
New White House correspondent Aisha Hasni joins us live with the details. Good morning, Aisha.
Hey, good morning, Kaylee, Bryant, and Lawrence. Look, this is a messaging war over affordability, and the president is really taking the reins here from Republicans over on Capitol Hill in trying to prove that he is the affordability president. He was able to do it on the campaign trail. He's trying to do it now. And yesterday, he hosted the executives of General Motors, Ford, Stellantis, as he announced these brand new fuel efficiency standards here. As you know, Trump has already repealed former President Biden's standards, which required automakers to build new cars to average about 50 miles per gallon. The White House is arguing the Biden standard would have raised the average cost of a new car by about $1,000, and the resetting of these standards will save buyers about $109 billion.
People were brainwashed. This is a green new scam, and people were paying too much for a car that didn't work as well. And now they're going to have a great car that's going to be environmentally friendly, but it's going to cost you a lot less, and it's going to work great. All of the nonsense is being taken out of the cars.
And the auto bosses all think that this is a big win for customers because it matches the current market.
This allows us to invest in affordable vehicles made in the U.S., which we will take the lead on, and will allow us to make vehicles more affordable. So thank you for making this step for all of you.
Because it's the day where we see CAFE regulation reconciled with real customers' demand. We believe in growth, and we are ready to invest even more.
I'm here representing the hard-working men and women of Orion Assembly in Michigan. The facility, our manufacturing facility there, is currently going through a retool so that we can build additional U.S. manufactured pickup trucks and full-size sport utilities for our customers, and we're so excited about that.
Meanwhile, the president also rolled out his Trump Accounts program this week with a big $6 billion donation from the Dell family. This is going to help growing families with kids born in the U.S. It's basically like an IRA mixed with a 529 college fund to help give kids something when they turn 18, some money to spend on college or other qualifying programs. Again, a big move, a big push by a president who wants to show the American people that he is trying to make life more affordable for them. Back to you.
Indeed. Aisha Hasni, thank you. And we will speak to the Dell CEO who's providing that money for the Trump accounts, Michael Dell, next. You won't want to miss that.
So one of the things that I found so frustrating when we're talking about affordability, and I appreciate the president inviting these CEOs, is that we don't talk about where we started. We just don't talk about it enough. You can't expect all of this to go away, the damage that was done in 9 months. It's just not realistic. One of the things I asked in our interview with Jim Farley, you know, he's not a political guy, I said, ask him straight up, okay? The Inflation Reduction Act was passed in the last presidency. That was supposed to bring inflation down. At least that's what we were told. I asked him, did it happen? And he said, look, all I can tell you is with cars, the price has been going up. This is the first time you're going to see it within the past 5 years, where the price pretty soon is going to go down. And it's because of what the president is doing through his partnership with him.
So cars right now, a new car average $50,000, much higher than usual. He says his more affordable new cars, around $35,000, are going a lot faster right now. Here's the CEO of Ford.
It's a really important improvement for U.S. customers. What you should know is that this is a victory for affordability and common sense. As the president said, you know, we will be able to offer more affordability on our popular models, and we'll be able to launch new vehicles built in America that are more affordable because of this rule change. Frankly, CAFE was totally out of touch with the market reality. We were forced to sell EVs and other vehicles. We're not going back to gas guzzlers. We have a lot of EVs and a lot of hybrids at Ford, but now customers get a chance to choose what they want, not buy what we force on them. I think you'll see going into the end of this year and early part of next year, prices for cars will come down. We can build basically what America wants, and what America wants is affordable vehicles.
So 52% of the automobile manufacturers have left this United States, and they want to bring it back, and they think Michigan and South Carolina are really going to benefit.
And you think about everyone benefiting from this. I was just texting with my dad. He got his first Ford truck in 1966. He's a business owner. He bought 200 Fords over his lifetime for his company. So it makes it more affordable for the consumer, for the small business owner. And it keeps onshore our car companies, domestically, jobs. It's a big deal. We do want to get to this, though. Also a big deal. Young Americans say the nation is heading down a dark road and fear their futures are unsustainable. 57% say the country's heading in the wrong direction, up 6% from last year. And Lawrence, I was thinking of you when I read this. 37% felt this way during the Great Recession. That was in 2009. I'm a millennial. I graduated during that time. My peers couldn't find jobs. 37% felt that the future was dim then. Now it's 57%, and we're not in the Great Recession. That's a big number.
I mean, we hear from young people all the time that they feel like they don't have access to the American dream. And by the way, these aren't young people that don't want to work. They went to school, got a college degree, they work really hard, but they can't afford to get a mortgage. They just can't. And that was something that was promised to them. The question is, how do we turn that ship around? You got the president that's talking about doing these special counts so people can have children and they can start ahead and not behind. You talk about the president with agriculture trying to bring some of the prices of goods down so they can save. Even that 50-year mortgage, I know some people don't like it. I'm all for options. The problem is you got a lot of people that feel like that the socialism route is going to be the solution to that. That's why it's important for Republicans, conservatives to offer an alternative, Brian, to that.
No doubt.
But just keep in mind, when TikTok is the #1 news service for that generation, and they keep hearing how bad America is every single day, it gets into your mind. Hopefully the facts in your wallet and the interest rates on your credit cards will start coming down and people will start feeling it.
Well, Dell Technologies founder and CEO Michael Dell and his wife Susan announcing a massive $6.25 billion donation to fund Trump accounts for 25 million kids.
This will give millions of dollars, millions of children, middle-class families a stake in American prosperity, a benefit from the rising stock market, and a better shot at the American dream.
We are confident that others will join us because we all understand the incredible impact that a gift like this can have on the lives of young Americans.
We believe that when children have a future that they can see is worth saving for, then that will help build hope and opportunity and prosperity for generations to come.
So this is Michael Dell and his wife's idea to do this, and they've implemented it, already making an impact. Michael, welcome to our couch.
Thanks, Michael.
What prompted this? I know you were looking to do something philanthropic. I understand that, which is admirable. But what made you think this was the right move?
You know, we've had a foundation for 26 years, and it's been focused on children. And we think investing in children is the smartest investment we can make. This is basically directly investing in their futures with these accounts that will grow over time. And we know that when a child has an account like this, even with a modest sum, they're way more likely to graduate from high school and or graduate from college and, get a job, be a productive member of society, start a family, not be incarcerated. All sorts of good things happen.
Be a part of our economy, capitalism.
Exactly. And so the opportunity to give, hope and prosperity and a start to tens of millions of kids, that brings us a lot of joy. And the government is doing a great job here by seeding the accounts of newborns with $1,000. And a lot of companies like ours and others will match the government's contribution. I hope all the companies out there will provide that as a benefit to their employees when a baby's born. And what we decided to do was for the kids that are 10 and under that aren't part of the newborn program, which is sort of the 0 to 2-year-olds, there are about 33 million of them that live in zip codes where the median income is less than $150,000. And we're going to give $250 in the Investment America accounts of 25 million of those kids, so about 75% of those kids.
That's incredible.
Wow, it's amazing.
So, Michael, you talk about also, so you've been extremely generous, you and your wife, but you talk about financial literacy as well, teaching these young people how to manage their money, what to pay their money. It may not be necessary for all of them to go to college. Maybe they start a business with that money.
That's right.
Explain that.
Yeah, so when I was 8 years old, I got a passbook savings account, and I think I had maybe $8 in it, and you'd go there and you'd give them a quarter, and they'd stamp the little book, and you could see the effect of compound interest. And I learned about that at an early age, and it kind of sparked this interest in me. We now have 30 states where there is a requirement for at least one semester of financial literacy. And there's a real problem in the United States with this. And maybe it's easy to explain in the sense that if you don't have any stake in the financial market and no savings, why would you be interested in it, right? And so that can create a lot of problems, as we've seen. So as you get tens of millions of kids now understanding how this actually works, and their parents,
and they have money,
friends, exactly, companies, other philanthropists adding to these accounts, the effect of this, we believe, over time, over 10, 20, 30 years, can be tremendous on the overall country. And,
so let's take a look at the program. You expand to $6.25 billion is your contribution. 25 million kids are going to have these accounts created for them. 250 into accounts for children under 10 and born January 1st, 2025. And 150,000 from, as you just mentioned, there's a criteria there. So make sure people are doing it.
It's actually by the zip code where you live. We don't actually know what the income level is of a given person. It's the zip code.
Michael, I'm a young mom, and I speak to a lot of young moms at pregnancy care centers. And these moms are often impoverished, they're destitute, they make a heroic choice to keep their babies, and their babies are their nest egg, and they want to invest in them. And when I woke up and heard this news, my mind went to some of those moms who have made the choice to have this little baby. They want a better future for them. And $1,000 is what you started Dell Technologies with. Explain how a young mom who sees this will benefit from $1,000 like you did. That will grow to much more than that over time.
Yeah, absolutely. Compounding is an incredible force, and this is going to be invested in a broad index fund. Think of the S&P 500. And certainly, by the time the child is 18 years old, it will grow to a much more substantial sum. And if there are, even small additions every month or every year into that account, it just multiplies the effect. And that money can be used for continuing education and, anything that's going to benefit that child. It becomes like an IRA account. And most importantly, when a child has an account like this, it improves the mental health of the parent and the child. And the child understands that somebody cares about them, right? And their outlook on life totally changes.
So, Michael, what do you say? I mean, we were just going through some of the polling for Gen Z Americans right now, and they don't feel like the American dream is attainable. They're not lazy. Some of them are working, but they can't get jobs. They don't feel like they can get a house. What is your advice to these young people that are hard workers, but just don't see the American dream the same way your generation or even our generation once saw it?
Yeah, these are tough challenges. I think I can't say I have all the answers to that, but I think this is a step in the right direction that will, help to close some of that wealth gap. And look, I mean, in the age that we're in, where there's new technology, evolving all the time, we've got AI, having critical thinking skills and being able to use these tools to make yourself more valuable, more productive. I don't think there's going to be a lack of demand for that. I mean, there are unemployed people in this country, but the unemployment rate, relatively speaking, is not all that high, by historical norms. And you've got to go out there and make your own success.
Yeah.
No matter in any era, at any time.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to blame. It's easy to blame other people for your problems.
But again, you started in your dorm room. Steve Jobs started in a garage, dropped out of college. Bill Gates dropped out of college. There was Mark Zuckerberg in his dorm room said there is that feeling I can accomplish something. You got to try it. You got to get in the game.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when you get this gift, instead of giving people toys they're not going to use, say, hey, I'm giving you $100. I'm going to, your aunt, your great aunt, put it into the account, and that'll be the gift.
And it'll be super easy to Venmo, the money into that account for that child to grow over time and be a meaningful part of their future.
Amazing generosity. Thank you, Michael Dell.
I hope other people do the same as well. Even those young people, they reinvest after they're successful, just like you, Michael. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.